Good morning, good morning. It's a bit of a chilly one today. And today you find me driving north to Northamptonshire to a little place called Oundle, where I'm going to run a road 10k. All parked up now, a little bit of drizzle in the air, and while I walk to Race HQ, let me take you through the details of today. It's Sunday the 6th of January 2025 and I'm running the Oundle New Year 10k organised by Nice Work. It's 6.2 miles, 10k, and just 179 feet, that's 55 metres of ascent, and it's described as 2 scenic and gently undulating laps of Northamptonshire village. Rightly or wrongly, I've just taken the decision to nip back to the car and put on a different pair of shoes. So I thought it was going to be road shoes because it's all tarmac or pavement. But the way this is looking now, the slush is really quite slippy. And the shoes that I travelled in were some old shoes that I used to wear in 2022, and I now just use them as my daily walkabout trainers. But at least they've got some sensible luggage on some part of the sole. So I've made a decision to change to those because I think road shoes could be a liability today. Let's see how we get on. So the route is a triangle and we're doing it twice. So we're going to go up, across and back down again. Now some might say that 2 laps of a tarmac loop on a wet day in January is going to be the most boring run ever, but far from it. I've done my research and you'll be surprised at just how many interesting things I found on this little 5k loop. So come with me, let's go get running.
Everybody, I hope you have a great run. We're going to give you a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go and have a great run, enjoy.
Yes, we'll be careful.
We're off. So what about Oundle itself? Well, there's been a settlement here since Iron Age times, so a couple of thousand years or more, and it's a market town that's actually had its market charter for over 1,000 years, since 973. So I haven't done a 10k in ages. I certainly haven't done a road 10k in ages. So I'm expecting nothing from this. But if I can get it under the hour, that'll be blooming brilliant. But it's not without its gentle undulations. Forgive this interruption from Julian in the future. Unfortunately, Julian running the 10k got finger trouble and accidentally recorded 2 minutes of just looking at a hedge and didn't record the bit that he wanted to. What he wanted to say was just up ahead is the village of Cotterstock, and about 500 metres from where we're running is Cotterstock Hall, which actually was the setting for the horror film The Woman in Black, starring Daniel Radcliffe from 2012. And you can see the picture now of this is how it looked for Hollywood, and this is how it looks in real life. And they put it on the market in 2019 for just £900,000. That doesn't seem a huge amount of money for an impressive piece of building that was actually started in the 1600s, with many original features still remaining. Julian from the future here again, just to say that we're about to come to Cotterstock Lodge, not look at Julian's coat. And there's a field on the right, which we will look at again on the second lap, that really shows 2 secrets. The first one is about ridge and furrow ploughing, which is a way that they used to plough in the old days that leaves big ridges and deep furrows. And one of the things about ridge and furrow is that the
ridges tend to get higher and the furrows tend to get deeper. But what that means is they sometimes uncover things buried beneath. And back in the 1730s, they uncovered a load of mosaic tiles in that field. And I think in the 1780s or 90s, they found some more. But the Lord of the Manor just dug it up, had a look, found a beautiful mosaic pavement, and then took it to put in his summer house. And then they covered it up and forgot about it.
Thank you, Marshall!
Thanks, Marshals!
Keep it to the left, won't you?
I don't think anybody's listening. Now this village, Glapthorne, not a lot I could find out about it. The church was originally built in the 1100s. So there's been a church here for 900 years, and there's certainly things you can see dating back to the 1300s or earlier, which is nice. So one thing that Oundle is very famous for is its school. And there was a philanthropist whose name I can't remember, back in I think it was the 1500s, who bequeathed a chunk of money to set up a school, a free grammar school here in Oundle, because he was educated here and liked it. And that school is now one of the top public schools, private schools in the UK. It's ironic that it started as a free grammar school, but now fees anything from 40 to 50,000 a year. Thank you. Thanks, Marshals. Here's 3 miles done. Back at the school, so 5k's peel off. And there's a water station if we need it. But you can't see it, but over there is the River Nene, believe it or not. And that surrounds Oundle on 3 sides. So the Nene's about 107 miles long, 10th longest river in the UK. And goes all the way from the Wash, up by King's Lynn, across through Peterborough, Northampton to Daventry. But there will be some of you who are rolling your eyes at me and saying it's not pronounced Nene, it's pronounced Nen. And that's interesting too, because it's a geographical distinction. In the east, like Peterborough, they call it Nene. In the west, Northampton, they call it Nen. Someone's actually done some research, realised it's moving slowly westwards all the time, and the current place where Nene becomes Nen is Thrapston. Who knew? Thanks, Marshals. So I mentioned that this field had 2 secrets, the ridge and furrow and the mosaic, but it actually holds a third, which lay undiscovered for nearly 200 years after the Lord of the Manor took away those bits of mosaic. As I say, they just covered it up and walked away. And in the really hot summer of 1976, when everything dried out, a real drought, they noticed colour patterns emerging in the grassland. And then using aerial photography and geophys examination, they realised there was in fact an entire Roman villa spreading across 3 different fields here. It's not marked on the Ordnance Survey map, let me show you. But when you look at the aerial shot, if you look carefully, you can clearly see the outline. And it's one of the largest Roman villas ever discovered in the UK. But rather than dig it up and effectively spoil it, they've left it there. So in that field there is a Roman villa, one of the largest in the UK, that has lain undiscovered or unviewed since Roman times. And that is fascinating. Not much snow, but ingenious kids always find enough for a snowball fight. Thank you. Last bit, guys.
Well done.
Oh. Here we go. Thanks, Marshall. There we go. Stop the Garmin first. I hope I got it on camera. Now that was the fastest 10k I have done for bloody ages. 57:07 it says for me. And that's probably up there in my top 5 10ks, but cake. So there we are, Oundle New Year 10k done. So I was secretly hoping to put in a good time, but I really didn't expect to, because I haven't done much speed work. I've done quite a lot of base building, and obviously I run trails, so it was really quite nice to see that I was knocking in those 9-minute mile laps, which is much faster than I would normally do on a trail run, and still have enough left at the end for a bit of a faster finish. It was a bit of a shame that the final finish it was a shame that the final finish was on mud, so when I go to put the brakes on, my everyday trainers decided that I would just go flat on my arse. Oh dear, there we are. If you've enjoyed this one, do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and that'll help YouTube share it with more runners. And if you've enjoyed this one, do feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Click the notifications bell and then you won't miss a thing. You'll get notified as soon as I do another run. The next feature run that I've got planned is, of course, the Dartmoor Winter Traverse, which is happening in February, but I'm sure I will do more runs between now and then. So I really look forward to seeing you soon. I'm going to head back, get warm, maybe find myself some chips to eat on the way home, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for joining me. Ta-da now.